Hey, I'm George Trombley, and this is Japanese from Zero. And today on Japanese in 5, we're going to take just 5 minutes out of your busy day and teach you Japanese polite verb conjugations. Part 1. Maybe there's a part 2 if you let me know in the comments. You need to know that Japanese regular verbs use the hiragana chart to do all of their conjugations. For example, a form in the hiragana chart is for informal negative, like I won't do or I don't do. E form, which is what we're going to be focusing on today, are the polite forms, iki, shi, chi, ni, mi, ri, etc. And u form is what the verbs are by default listed as in the dictionary, and bonus, they're also the informal positive form. Then we have e form, which is the can and can't do potential forms, and we have the o form, which is the dirty word that I don't like to use, volitional, but it just means let's. Let's focus today, though, only on this U form and the E form. And let's go ahead and look at some verbs just so that you understand what we're going to be working with today. We have kau, to buy. Notice that it ends in an U. Kau, that's what it will be like in the dictionary. It means to buy and will buy and do buy in the informal positive form, okay? Then we've got kaku, to write. It can mean I will write, I do write, and you notice that it does end in ku in one of these u forms. Then we've got kasu, to loan, ending in su, like to loan money. And now we've got katsu, we all like to do this, to win, ending in su. We'll skip over nu just for a second. We've got kamu, to bite. Hopefully you don't bite, maybe that's your dog, but kamu means to bite. And then we've got karu, to mow, or to mow a lawn, for example. All right, but let's go ahead and go back to the one that we skipped, shinu, which means to die. No one wants to die, but it's the only one that really uses nu. All right, let's go back to kau, to buy, and let's see what happens when we use the E form, okay? So now we're gonna be looking at the E form. What does that mean? It means this last U form will now change to the E form. Here we go, ready? Kai. But kai by itself doesn't really mean anything at this level of Japanese. We don't know what to do with it. But what we have to do for the polite forms is add an ending to it so that it gives it meaning. We have mas, which means I will do or I do. Masen, won't do or don't do. Mashita, did do. And masen deshita, don't do. So how do we do it? We just add it. So if we add mas, we have kaimasu. And now it means will buy or do buy. Now, what does that mean? It means it can be future and it can be like a habitual thing that you do. So let me just show you a couple sentences. We have hon o kaimasu, which means I will buy a book or I buy books. We don't know which one it is. And most of the time, context takes care of it. And sometimes words force it there. For example, ashita hon o kaimasu. Now it's future. I will buy a book tomorrow. Or mainichi hon o kaimasu. The mainichi, which means every day, means you buy books every day. Now it's habitual present tense. Moving on. Let's go ahead and look at kaimasen. Kaimasen is I won't buy and I don't buy. Same thing. It can be future and it can be present. So for example, kohi o kaimasen. That can mean I'm not going to buy coffee or I don't buy coffee. And the context normally covers you, but if you have words in this sentence that will cover you, it's even better. Ato de kohi o kaimasu. I'm going to buy coffee later, atode. That makes it future. And yoku kohi o kaimasu. I often buy coffee. Now that yoku makes it habitual. All right, moving on. Kaimashita. I bought something. This has only one form, so it's good. Hon o kaimashita. I bought a book. Kaimasen deshita. Kaimasen deshita means did not buy, past tense negative. Hon o kaimasen deshita. I didn't buy a book. All right, moving on, let's look at kaku, to write. Okay, we have kaki in its E form. We're jumping it up from the ku to the ki, and now we're gonna add the endings, one of these endings. So for example, kakimasu, I will write. Again, it can be future or it can be present. Hon o kakimasu. We don't know with that alone if they mean I will or I do write books. Rainen hon o kakimasu. I will write a book next year. Mainichi hon o kakimasu. I write books every day, okay? Or I write my book every day, okay? Kakimasen, won't write, don't write. Meiru o kakimasen. That could mean I don't do emails, I don't write emails, or I won't write an email. We don't know until we have the context. Kyou meiru o kakimasen. I'm not going to write an email today. Maybe I'll write it tomorrow, but at least today I won't be writing it. 友達にメールを書きません. I don't write emails to friends. Now, I want to point out, this particular sentence, 友達にメールを書きません, doesn't have enough information for us to know if it means I don't write it ever or today I'm not going to write it. It could be 友達に全然メールを書きません. That means I never write emails to my friend. 友達に全然メールを書きません. All right? 書きました. I wrote. おばあさんに手紙を書きました. I wrote a letter to my grandmother. Hopefully you did. 書きませんでした. I didn't write. 昨日日記に書きませんでした. I didn't write in my diary yesterday. All right, moving on. Kasu. We don't have any example sentences for this, but just see if you know how to conjugate it. So we have kasu. That is its dictionary form, or its informal positive. Will loan something to somebody. Kasu. We go up to shi. Kashimasu. Okay? Kashimasu is I will loan or I do loan. Kashimasen, I won't or I don't loan. Kashimashita, I loaned. Kashimasen deshita, I didn't loan. All right, that is it, guys. As you know, we do have all of these 5 awesome books available on Amazon. And if you want to check it out on the website, we do have fromzero.com, which is kind of an amazing website with study mode and teacher questions that you can submit. And we have quizzes for every lesson. Definitely something you want to check out. Thanks. I'll see you all next time. And let me know in the comments if you want a part 2. Bye. That was definitely longer than 5 minutes.